This is Wildcat Stadium in Eagan, Minnesota, the site of tonight's section quarterfinal matchup in the Minnesota State High School League 3A Section 3 Championship. Getting ready for the playoffs, the state tournament. It's win or go home here for both teams. Those teams, the visiting Jaguars from Bloomington Jefferson and your Eagan Wildcats. My name is Skip Newton. With me is Nathan Cron. Nathan, these two teams played earlier this season to a 1-1 draw. How does that affect the mental preparation for both teams?
Well, Skip, every game is a story, and we're going to have to see how this one plays out. But if I was the Bloomington Jefferson Jaguars, the 7 seed coming into the home of the 2 seed, and already having a draw under my belt against them, regardless of how I felt about the game or regardless of how well Eagan played in that game, as I think Eagan, fair to say, Eagan really was the better team on the field, probably had more shots. Dirt definitely had more shots, but Jefferson was able to make their punches tell. If I'm the Jefferson Jaguars, I feel very good about my chances to come in and repeat a good result against Eagan. Eagan has to understand that they have to put the pedal down and they have to go for broke. As you said, Skip, this is win or go home. There is no tomorrow for the team that does not come out on top on the scoreboard. Wildcats have got to score early.
One of the advantages of having played each other, obviously other than being familiar with the other team's play style and the players that they need to watch out for, is that as the 2 seed, Coach Boutilly, it's not that hard to give a speech to his team about, listen, you can't overlook these guys because they're the 7th seed. They already tied us. So maybe that's part of his pregame speech and get this team ready to play, because if they're not, it could be a very short playoff season for the Wildcats. We are underway here. The Wildcats with the ball in their home blue, going right to left across your device. We'll get the starters as we can here. Jefferson, of course, wearing road whites. This is number 7 passing across. Nice step up there by number 2. That's Sion Tapa, one of the midfielders. He goes up to Sondag, one of the forwards. The other forward, Eric Knoll, on the near side. Also in midfield, Mike Johnson, number 13. Noel Eddy, number 22. Blake Prouty, number 21. An early foul call here. On the back line, on the near side, Tariq Salim, as usual. This ball is coming right to him. He plays that one into touch. Next to him is Eddie Moore, also a senior. Number 14, Asher Brunette, defending right there with the ball. And then on the far side, it is Tapa playing defense today. So a little bit of a defensive mix-up. The other midfielder, number 20, Zayan Oliat.
Your Jefferson starting lineup, you've got Moylian in goal with Anya, Lindemann, Nayaka as that ball gets played towards Oliat in the corner, and we'll go into touch. Nayaka, Lara Sanchez, Getters, Church, Hatab, Yuli, Mikkelvet, and Selvig Faryado for the Jaguars.
Couple of headers there by the Wildcats. Oliat trying to use a fancy sidekick there to get it over to Prouty. That one doesn't find a target here. Is a foot race between Brunette, who just gets a foot on it and wins that one. Nicely done. Eddie deflected a couple of times by the Jaguars. They keep it in, but right back to Eddie.
And Brunette had to get that tackle right, otherwise that was going to be a foul and might have even have been an early booking. So brilliant tackle that time.
Sondag brings that one down with his chest. Goes to the far side looking for a potential cross, maybe take a guy one-on-one. He's got a support option as well. He uses it. It's Tapa back to Sondag. Tapa again. Brings it in, but we've got a stoppage here. I believe a foul.
Yeah, I think it's a foul on the far side. Center referee Michael Johnson calling a foul against the Jaguars in that back and forth. I think Sondag and Tapa, that playing catch, I think Sondag drew some contact. Early chance for the Wildcats.
Tapa will line up to take this one. Everybody forward except for Eddie Moore and Asher Brunette. Puts this one long towards the far post. It's brought down, controlled temporarily by the Wildcats, but cleared out Here comes the Jaguars on a counterattack. The near side passes a little behind the target, which caused a misplay. Knoll has it. Outside of the foot up to Sondag. Tips it past the defender, but into touch.
Pardon me, that was great rally defense by Eric Knoll, Skip. That was, I mean, the fact that he was able to get back, it was a bit of a bad pass to the outside, to Lindemann, but at the same time, it was a great rally defense.
One of the things that we've seen in previous games when the Wildcats have given up goals has been their inability to provide good defense in the middle third of the field. Here's a left-footed shot, a strike right into the middle of goalkeeper Evan Woodley. Easy save there, but as I was saying, when the Wildcats don't pressure the ball in the middle third of the field, it has left problems for the defense, allowed the other team to get good scoring opportunities. Let's see if they can improve on that here today. Knoll disappointed with his touch there.
So what you're saying, Skip, is two of the most important defenders the Wildcats have are the two holding midfielders, Johnson and Eddy.
Left foot goes over Tapa. Fortunately, the Jaguars have to chase that one to the far touch. Now Tapa playing defense. Into the middle for the Jaguars. That one's intercepted by Brunette. Left foot to midfield. Sondag pressuring number 13. Can he pick his pocket? He comes close. Good pressure there.
Wildcats might have a chance here if they take that throw quickly. Jefferson Jaguars still getting back into position, and Oliat says, no, you take it, Tapa.
Tapa had an opportunity to one-time that into the middle. Instead, he brings it down. Prouty's got it, looking to get it to the middle for a potential left foot shot. That one's deflected by the defense. Eddie Moore goes back, controls it back to Brunette. He's going to play it to Woodley. Nice control here for the Wildcats. Woodley will give it a ride.
I must say, Skip, I've been amazed at this season, especially the second half of this season, the way Sondag has stepped into the role of that center forward striker, and he seems to have limitless energy.
Some good pressure there by Oliat, gaining the throw-in deep in Jaguars territory.
Why didn't the defender let that roll out?
I don't know if he felt like the Wildcats played it. Yeah, that was weird. He was shielding it as if that was his intent.
Interesting.
Moore loses control. Now it's the middle. Here come the Jaguars. Brunette is able to play that one back. It's a race with Salim, but Woodley wins that battle. Now it's an open net. We'll see if the Jaguars try to counter with a long shot. They do. Moore controls that one nicely. Up to Sondag. Picks that one out of the air. Now he goes deep and he splits the defense. A chance for Oliat. On the far side, 1-on-2. He's got help coming. Slide tackle is evaded. This will result in a goal kick. Unfortunately, that touch to get around that slide tackle is just a little too hard there for Zayon.
That is the kind of thing when the Wildcats have been successful, Skip, over the last couple of weeks. That's what they've been doing well. They've been setting off Sondag and Oliat and Knoll on runs and letting them use that pressure the outside and then cross it back to the middle or coming to the middle.
Long goal kick to midfield, headed by Salim. Knoll's going to win this one, but can't keep it in. That's a tough play under pressure. Jaguars looking for someone to throw it into. Good pressure again by Moore. Helped out by a couple of teammates. Spins and fires. That one's blocked. Brunette. Nice step up by Tapa right to Zayon Oliat. Now he's off to the races. Let's see if he can get rid of this one in time. Goes for Sondag. If he can get there, the goalie's out. It's past him. He shoots. It's wide. Tap in by Knoll. Blocked by the defense. Boy, that looked like it might have been a handball, but obviously not. Salim's got it. Right back to Prouty. Can he get there? No, just too hard. Prouty was not prepared for that one. It went too far. Oh, a golden opportunity there for the Wildcats. Well defended. backing up the goalkeeper were the Jaguars.
Major credit to Anders Mikkelvet there as he got back and covered that back post. It should have been a tap-in. And Mikkelvet denied the Wildcats the opportunity to take an early lead. Good early signs from the Wildcats. They certainly seem to be having a good formula here that's going to be potentially productive. Wait to see if we find the end product, Skip Newton.
The early strategy so far for the Wildcats seems to be to get it to the outside quickly, as the midfielders are not wasting any time, especially looking on that far side to Zayon Oliat. He's been the receiver of many long balls already. This foul on Prouty going to set up a free kick in the middle third. Defense lines up around the football 28-yard line or so. It's high and played by the Wildcats. Prouty trying to win this one. He's still defending. Bloomington Jefferson, a long, hard outside pass.
And I think that's the difference, between, and this game, if you're a Wildcat fan, you hope it plays out this way. That's the difference between a 7 seed and a 2 seed, right? 2 seeds should make those passes more easily, complete them more easily, set up scoring opportunities more easily. The challenge with Jefferson isn't that they can't do any of those things. It's just they're not doing it as consistently, which has led to the results that they've had this year.
Nice run there by Noel Eddy. Salim finds him in the middle. Through ball, Oliat onside. Right foot shot, it's a cross. Pass in the middle, deflected away. This one will be a corner kick. Again, the Bloomington Jefferson defense stepping in. If he doesn't play that ball, that is a tap-in goal.
Well, eventually, if you give the Wildcats that many opportunities, they're going to cash in. Jefferson have got to rally here. They've got to tighten up back there.
Eric Knoll's going to take this corner, delivers it short. Easily deflected out by the Jaguars. I don't think that's where Eagan wanted that ball to go. I'll throw this one into Salim. Quick defense there. Lindman.
Salim's got to get that ball off his feet just that much faster. Somebody's got to let him know that Lindman's sneaking up on him.
Long ball, Knoll coming in. Played by the defense and kicked out. This is a throw-in down by the corner flag, I believe. Oh, we have an offside call. Flag is up.
In contrast to what we've seen the last few times we've been here at Wildcat Stadium, Skip Newton, your thoughts on the keeper for Jefferson, Moylan, it seems less likely to come charging out to take on shooters or take on shots, and I wonder if that presents an opportunity for the Wildcats.
I feel like it already has. I feel like there's been a couple opportunities where I expected him to come out and make a play on the ball, and he stayed back, or he didn't get there in time, and that definitely led to a goal-scoring chance for the Wildcats. They've had a couple of fantastic ones already, unfortunately unable to complete the play. Knoll. Johnson loses that battle. This one should be offside. It is. As soon as he he pulled the flag down. That was bizarre. He started to go up and then pulled it down, and now it's an easy pickup for Woodley.
Well, that's an interesting call by the near side assistant referee. He was clearly, and I think that was Nayaka, he was clearly involved in active play, and the Wildcats had to play that because they did not see a flag. They had to make an effort, and then as soon as they touched the ball, of course, the referee pulls the flag down. To me, it's a situation where you probably keep that flag up, and because of course, what happens if the Wildcats then turn the ball over? In any event, we play on.
Prouty gets by one, goes to Knoll. Wide open shot. It's a long, hard one. There's a rebound. Oh, it just passed Sandig. Eric Knoll's there. Noel Eddy with a fantastic shot. Here's a cross. That one's deflected. Brunette, nice job by Tapa there to shield the other player. Brunette tried to cross that one into Prouty, but that one's deflected out. Another great scoring entrance. Just a blast there by number 22, Noel Eddy. If that's the way he shoots, I would like to see more of that, please.
Well, if the Jefferson Jaguars are going to sleep on Noel Eddy and let him shoot like that, he's he's going to create opportunities. That was just a brilliant shot and a big rebound, big loose ball rebound that was given up by the keeper.
He got enough of it to get it past Sondag. Otherwise, Sondag was right there to punch that one home. Sion Tapa coming up from his outside defender position. No substitutions yet for either team here. We're in the 14th minute. You are watching Section 3 quarterfinals. The winner goes on to play Thursday. Eric Knoll, shoot, block.
I'd like to see Prouty shoot that with one touch, Skip. I know it may not be his favorite foot or anything of that nature, but taking an extra touch inside the 18 is just not going to be helpful as this ball finds touch. It was going to be offsides anyway.
It sure looked that way.
Yeah. Referee just making sure if it goes out, he's going to let the Wildcats throw it in. Not sure whether I'd rather have a free kick or a throw in.
But I think I would take the former. Eric Knoll can't keep that one in. We've got Knoll Eddy, Eric Knoll, Eddie Moore.
Substitution for Jefferson into the game, number 3, Ethan Esau.
I'm going to give this broadcaster full night's work here with these names.
Well, you know, with the Wildcat girls, we've got Tanner and Turner, and they sometimes play on the same side. It's, oh, jeez. Been making that mistake for years.
Brunette passes that one in the middle of the goal. Would like to see that one stay outside of the poles, but Woodley fields it. Sondag was wide open. He's going to go to Oliet early. He had some room to advance with a dribble. Here's Prouty. He was covered.
Sondag's going to put a little more space on that ball, give Oliet a chance to run onto it. So far, Oliet's run around that outside back a couple of times. If that trend continues, Skip Newton, it's going to be a long night for the outside defense for the Jaguars.
Nice touch by Sondag. Oh, and they called it over and back, offside. I don't think that's on Knoll. I think that was on Sondag. Couldn't have been on Knoll. I don't know. Regardless, I think assistant coach Bland agreed with that call. Looked like he was whispering in the ear of the AR on the far side. I'm sure words of encouragement and support.
Always.
Yeah. Long ball. Wildcats win that one in the air, but still in danger. Johnson, perfect pass. Eric Knoll. He's under pressure, brings it back. Johnson. Blasts it into a defender. Eddie Moore goes up and over. This one's headed back to Mullinen. Dives to keep that one from going out for a corner kick. 2 shots to 1 so far for the Wildcats. Wildcats have so far had the only corner kick of the game. Here's Prouty, flicks that one just too far ahead. Goddard's. Hard pass, too hard. Nice play by Moore. Here's
room
Eddie.
for Eddie. That was an Eddie to Eddie, Skip Newton.
Sondag to Eddie, unfortunately, had to go retrieve that one. Give and go opportunity with Oliet. Tapa is going to get pressured from front and behind, so he makes a quick move to the outside. Nice pass in the middle. Oliet tried to spin. It's deflected over the goal line for a corner kick, the second of the game here for the Wildcats. Let's see if they can get a better foot on this.
For the Wildcats, this will be their second, and the substitution now for the Wildcats. And in the game is Davis Hackenmuller, number 11.
You want a better foot on a corner kick?
Number 20.
Enter Davis Hackenmuller.
Corner kick, Wildcats.
And the Wildcats keep somebody high. Everybody was too far, too close inside the 6 last time.
Davis Hackenmuller out.
Plays it out to 18 as is headed forward. Here's a right-footed blast and a goal! Eric Knoll! I believe that was Asher Brunette who got the assist there as he shot it forward. It was deflected. Knoll was right there, and he puts one home. The Wildcats take an early 1-0 lead.
The ball pinballed around in the penalty area. It wasn't quite dealt with by the defense, and Eric Knoll did a great job of coming out to claim it. And instead of taking an extra touch or trying to settle it, he just hit it one time. And tallies for the Wildcats. Nicely done, Eric Knoll.
And the key there, and you said that, was the one-touch shot. When you're all congested into that little box there, it's so quick for the defense to get in front of you. You just can't afford to take too much time on the ball. Eric Knoll did a great job. It was on his right foot. It was on the ground. He just hit it hard and low, and it found the back of the net. A great start here for the Wildcats as they're finally able to cash in off a beautiful corner kick by Davis Hackenmuller, fresh in off the bench. As soon as he comes in the game, makes a difference right away.
That was a good contribution from Hackenmuller.
The assist to number 11, Davis Hackenmuller. In the 18th minute of the game, the time of the goal is 17 minutes, 39 seconds. Wildcats goal scored by
I'm still recording that assist for number 14, Asher Brunette. I know he touched that ball, so that's what I'm going with. Not Hackenmuller gets the second assist if this were hockey.
This were hockey. And speaking of this were hockey, I think if I'm honest, I think the keeper was screened there as well, Skip. I'm not sure he saw that ball until very late as that ball was approaching the goal. And that's, that just should tell you if you're Eagan, you just have to keep firing soccer balls at the keeper and until something good happens.
Well, in the best situations that the Wildcats have had where they haven't scored, it hasn't been because the keeper has necessarily prevented it. It's been because the defense made a great play to back them up, except for the one just blast by Noel Eddy. Otherwise, the keeper's been beaten or out of position, and the defense just bailed out their teammates, which is what the defense is supposed to do. But you're absolutely right. The more shots, the better here.
And of course, the Jefferson keeper is a sophomore, and again, it's that's not an excuse, but it might help explain maybe some of the he's still learning the position at the high school varsity level, perhaps, even though he's had a whole season there.
Hackenmuller says, "Why not? I'll take a shot."
Sean Davis Hackenmuller, number 11, is wide.
Having a little bit of an equipment problem with a wrap on his knee. Decided it was just best to go without. Delivers that to the bench.
Beautiful night here in Eagan. It's in the upper 50s, sunshine, virtually no wind at all. Just, a perfect, this is what October should be like, Skip Newton.
Yeah, perfect night for outdoor soccer. Of course, that can change in a moment's notice here, as we are well aware of. Salim headed that one into touch, so it'll be a Jefferson throw. Again, headed into touch by Salim. Jefferson getting it down the pitch quickly. We'll cross that one. It's high and it's deep and it's over the head of everybody except for Prouty. Played back by Jefferson, but the only one there is Knoll. Here's one of those errant passes you were referring to earlier. Eddie Moore is going to give this one a left foot blast. Sondag tries to control with his chest. That was a tough one. Eddie to Prouty, back to Tapa. He's going to go long. Here's Sondag. Oh, and he slips and falls. Hopefully because he just slipped and fell and nothing else. He gets up, he's good. Prouty picks it up, though. He's got a double team. Hackenmuller unable to get past his defender. Nice step up by Brunette. Can he keep it in? Yes. Prouty, Brunette. Nice give and go. Brunette, long cross, too long. A nice ball, though. Had Knoll been a little deeper, that was a perfect opportunity to head one home.
If Knoll had been a little deeper or maybe about 4 inches taller.
yeah, right. Blame his parents for that one.
Yeah, genetics. But how about Asher Burnett, your center back, doing a give and go with your outside wing just to put pressure on the defense? It shows a lot of versatility in this Wildcat squad.
Well, Brunette has played a little bit of that holding midfield, and the more experience he's had now at varsity, the more comfortable he is probably making those types of runs, knowing that he's got good defensive teammates behind him to back him up. He's done this a couple of times tonight already, and so far it's produced some good opportunities. This another long ball, just too long. Hackenmuller can't quite track that one down.
And really, though, Skip Newton, if you're a Wildcat supporter, you want, it's really incumbent upon the Wildcats, I think, in the remaining 17 and a half and so minutes of the first half, they really need to get another goal. They really need, the way they've dominated this so far this first half, and they've really carried the play in the Jefferson attacking third. They really need to get one more on the board, not give Jefferson an opportunity to go into halftime at 1-0 and say, hey, we can play with these guys. We just have to take advantage of our chance.
Yeah, great minds think alike there, Nathan. I was thinking the same thing when you started the thought that they're playing way too well and they're putting too much pressure on to escape this half, tied or only up a goal, because we've seen things change at halftime. I mean, the last game they played right here on Eagan TV, Lakeville North, down 1-0 at half, came back and scored 2 goals in the second to win the game. Obviously, that would be a devastating way to end the season here for the Wildcats. Again, the winner advances to the section semifinals this Thursday. The losers' season officially comes to an end. Of course, every senior on the field, every game could be their final one.
And in the other quarterfinal, on the other side of this bracket, the Park Cottage Grove Wolfpack have taken a 1-0 lead over Hastings. So the winner of this game will get the winner of that game.
Nice through ball there by Bloomington Jefferson. Here's an opportunity coming into the baseline. Oh, and it goes in. Somehow that got between the post and Woodley and deflected in. And just like that, Maj Hatab has tied the game 1-1 here in minute number 25.
Well, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Hatab drove the line. He had multiple defenders in front of him, but none of those defenders could stick out a foot and get a foot to it. Fine, concede the corner, hopefully not the foul, but the reality of it is that if they're going to give you that and he took it, he cashed it in, and Woodley, who has had a fantastic season, Skip Newton, it just snuck in. It just snuck in around him. Brilliant shot, just an unlucky situation for Woodley.
It was unfortunate to see how he was able to get so close down that goal line without being pressured. Here's another opportunity. It's Bloomington Jefferson getting a little bit of momentum after the game-tying goal. Nice stop there by Brunette, but he turns it right back over. Left foot shot blocked by Tapa. Hackemuller earns the throw. He's just going to take it right away for Prouty. Doesn't get there in time. Eddie loses it. This is Nyagaka on the far side. Eagan gets that one, but right back for the Jaguars. Jaguars regrouping, and they're going to go long, and nothing but blue jerseys by this one, and Woodley's there at the edge of the big penalty box to pick this one up.
Well, if the Wildcats needed to score a goal before halftime before Skip Newton, now they really need to score a goal before halftime.
Nice flick header there by Eddie. Prouty brings it back to Johnson. Ends up with Prouty, and now Sondag pressured from behind and the front. He's got Prouty. That pass didn't quite connect with Knoll. Salim. Sondag hit from behind. Center referee Michael Johnson makes the call. Been a clean game thus far. This ball is long. It's going to go over the head of everybody. Doesn't matter as there's a foul called on the Jaguars, so it'll be a free kick now for the Wildcats. Brunette lining up to take this one. He goes long. Eric Knowles double team, but has it temporarily. Salim up. Defender gets by him. Here's Eddie Moore. Nice play back to Woodley. He's got to boot this one long. He does. He's got Prouty. It's over his head. Unable to get the flick that he was looking for. Eric Knoll intercepts this one. Tries a really tough pass. Here's Prouty. Right foot shot. That one's blocked. Hackemuller. Tapa. wide open is Johnson. Can he get a shot? Yes, that one's blocked again.
Jefferson defense really doing a good job of blocking shots, Skip. I have to say that's maybe the 4th or 5th shot they've blocked in this half.
It does beg the question, why are they leaving people so wide open to start? They might have to block the shot if they actually were on them a little tighter to begin with. Here's Tapa. That one goes into the side of the net.
You wonder by watching what's gone on. Eddie had plenty of time in the middle of the field. Johnson's now had a lot of space in the middle of the field. Maybe it's a situation where once the Wildcats push in deep into the attacking third, that negative pass, that pass back to the middle, away from the goal towards the middle of the field, might actually be there for them more often than not.
It feels like it's been there quite a bit for the Wildcats. Hopefully they've figured that out collectively and they can start looking for that. Oh, nice tip up by Salim. Here's a long switch of the fields. That was by Lara Sanchez. Tapa's got this one to Burnett. Hackenmuller can't get there, but he's going to win the misplay. Immediate pass up to Sondag, who picks that one up out of the air. He's got Prouty to his right. He gives it to him. Prouty coming down. It's about 4-on-6. Prouty looking for support. Doesn't have it yet. Now Tapa's there. And there's Johnson again in the middle of the field if he can find him. Goes long. Hackenmuller's not going to win the battle of the height. Handball by Johnson. It's called.
I think everybody in the stadium could call that one. Yeah, it was. You'll find nobody complaining about that whistle. But you're right. Eddie and Johnson were both had a lot of space. That ball made it back to Tapa, and he could have sent it over to Eddie or to Johnson very quickly with a one touch, and they would have had a good 7 to 8 yards of space.
This one's headed out by and a goal. Headed out by Woodley, immediately won by number 7, Alexander Lara Sanchez, and he just fires it into the open goal. And just like that, here in the 30th minute, it is a 2-1 lead for the Jaguars. Shocking turn of events. A couple of substitutions here in for the Wildcats. Number 16, Katora in the game, as well as number 5, Alex Newton.
Wildcats cannot panic. They cannot freak out. They can't just keep playing your game. Things will turn out well, but that was a situation where there needs to be better communication between the goalie and the back line. If the goalie's coming out like that, somebody's got to run behind him, number 1, and number 2, he's got to get that to somebody who can clear it. Just needs to be better communication on the back line.
A couple of unfortunate goals for Woodley here. See if Eagan can pick it up a bit. Katora's going to run over and give that one a boot off the golf cart near the opposite stands in the sunshine. And the Wildcat players don't need to panic. I'm sure the parents are doing enough of that on their behalf.
Absolutely, absolutely. The Wildcats are playing better right now than the Jaguars on the whole. They just need to keep playing better and make their punches tell. In other words, they need to cash in when they have opportunities.
Bennett Lindman, number 5, going off Connor Stanley, number 11.
Bloomington Jefferson had the ball. Pass back. Good pressure there in the middle by the midfielder. And we're going to get a advantage called, I believe. Well, many didn't. Okay. So the foul is called. This is too far out for a shot unless there's an absolute cannon at the right leg of one of these players. It'll be number 8, Goddard's, or number 10, the first goal scorer. Top, it's going to be Goddard's, over 40 yards out. Plays it long and easy pitch and catch there. Woodley, he's going to try to do a quick counterattack. He's getting it up looking for Sondag. It's 1-on-2. The two collide. Loose ball goes right to Bloomington Jefferson. Did a nice job getting back. This one goes over the head of Moore. Brunette sliding to make that play, then a nice pass to Johnson. He's got Katora wide open, looking for Hackemuller, but that's not high enough. Katora can't win that one back. Here come the Jaguars in the middle third. They're going to go long.
Real confidence here for the Jaguars as they come into this game. They've got to feel good about what's going on right now.
Goal kick, Wildcats. Shot taken by
and that's dangerous if you're a Wildcat fan.
Yeah, two goals like that in 5 minutes has completely changed the complexion and the aggressiveness, I think, not only of the game, but for the Jaguars specifically. Wildcats reeling a little bit. Newton heads that one to keep it in. Can't quite do it a second time. And I'm better off backing up, trying to put a chest on that. Here's Nyagaka. Moore heads that one out. Newton thought it was Wildcats, but hands off to Nyagaka. Lindman into touch. Now it's Newton's throw.
Substitution for the Wildcats. Back in the game is Eric Knoll, number 3. Going off, Blake Prouty, number 21.
Eric Knoll back in the game. Blake Prouty's going to get a break. His first of the game.
Important now for somebody in blue, somebody in royal blue, I should say, to step up and own this game, to create for their team and be a leader. See who that's going to be and see how the story unfolds.
Jaguars controlling on their half. They go forward. That one's headed. It looked like it went off of Lindman. Yes, it did. Newton heads it off the back of Lindman. Michael Johnson, the center ref, right on top of that one.
I'd say heady play by Alex Newton, but that's too much of a dad joke.
Oh, never too much of a dad joke. Here comes Sondag, an opportunity, gets away from him, unfortunately. It will result in a throw-in.
Defense for the Jaguars doing a good job blocking shots. Some of those clearances a little dodgy, Skip Newton.
Love to see the final 6 minutes result in a tying goal here. Katora spins, fires left foot. This will be a corner. The last corner resulted in a goal for the Wildcats. Hackemuller took that one from the far corner, went off of Brunette, right to number 3, Eric Knoll, for the first goal of the game. This one from the near corner. Play deep. Oh, and header opportunity. Cannot punch one home. This one should be another corner kick. It looked like it deflected off of Bloomington Jefferson. I'm a little surprised they didn't see that. It sure looked like it was shot by the Wildcats and blocked. Boy, that ball was right in there. No one could get anything on it towards goal.
Keeper and the defense were really battling the sun there. So, unfortunately, I think the Wildcats were also battling the sun.
Oh, there's a head-to-head, and that's not a good feeling. This is Nyagaka and Newton collide heads. They're both shaking out the stars a little bit.
Unfortunately, Newton's going to get called for the foul there, but
now we got a stoppage.
Like a stop by the center referee.
Oh, they're going to check him for a head injury. Zero chance Newton's coming out of this game unless somebody drags him off kicking and screaming. I can tell you that right now.
Free kick for the Jaguars.
Or is usually the case, he gets a yellow card. Nicely done by the Wildcats. Sondag comes back. Unfortunately, his touch does not go to a teammate. Tapa's going to play this one, but it gets into touch. I'm not sure why he was so hesitant on that. He had ample opportunity to run up and make that play. It's still Wildcat ball. It's a throw-in deep, but interesting delay there.
A little bit of the KISS principle here for the Wildcats. They've got to just keep things simple. Right now, again, on the balance, they're still playing better than Jefferson. They've just got to keep doing what they're doing and not radically alter their game despite what the score might be.
Oh, it's a beautiful long pass, and there's a shot. It goes wide. Yes, it was deflected by Woodley. Defense is bickering with each other, looks like a little bit back there. Not pleased with the fact that that got through so easily. This will be a corner kick for the Jaguars. They've got one guy short.
Kick will be from the far side.
4 guys up at the top of the 18, one in the near corner here. Looks like Johnson's got him at least made aware of. One guy in by Woodley. This one goes deep. Played, kicked out by Newton. Shot, not enough. Still in the box. Cleared out of the box, but still down there. With Jefferson control, they're going to get a throw in here after the play out by Tapa. Wildcats struggling to get control of the ball. Eddie Moore leaves that one with no doubt.
For a team, Skip, that started the season so good defensively, and I don't mean just the defense, I mean the mids, the forwards, everybody working together to play good defense. They've gotten a little loose here in the second half of this season.
It's a race for the ball near the touch. Push by Newton. We have a goal kick. Jefferson faithful wanted a foul. They're not going to get that.
Maybe if it was at the 50-yard line, they might get it, but they're not going to get that in the penalty area. Can't imagine that would be a whistle.
Played into touch here, the final minute 45 of the first half. It's 2-1 Bloomington Jefferson, 2 consecutive goals to take the lead after Eagan completely dominated the first 20 minutes of this game. Just about the time you're talking about needing to score a second goal, Bloomington Jefferson said, never mind, we're going to do you one better. No one gets by Knoll. Switch of the fields here for Jaguars. Tapa comes out to defend and pressure from behind. Nicely done by Tapa. Excellent defense there.
Yeah, Church didn't have anybody else to help him.
Here's Eric Knoll. We got an opportunity for the Wildcats if they play this right. Goes out to Hackenmuller. He plays that into the goal line. This is going to be a corner. Hackenmuller's right in position. Less than a minute to play. Almost everybody up now. There's nobody out front for Bloomington Jefferson. Here's one. It's going header by number 14. I believe that was Brunette. Kept in by Knoll. Just not enough.
Goal kick, Jaguars.
Brunette could not get that one on goal. Knoll unable to save it. 30 seconds to play in the first half.
Going into halftime, Skip, I think that the Wildcats need to tighten up at the back, make sure that they're square and set on their assignments, and then just keep doing what they're doing up front. Try to release some of their speed and some of their athleticism down the sidelines.
Nice battle there by Nyagaka and Newton. Newton deflects it out. Down to the final 8 seconds here of the half. It'll be tough for Bloomington Jefferson to get anything into the goal before the end of the half. They do take a long shot, and the field goal is good. So a last-second field goal by Bloomington Jefferson makes the score 2-1. A huge comeback so far in the first half. Jefferson going into halftime's got to feel pretty good.
Jefferson has to feel good about their opportunities. They took advantage of their opportunities. The Wildcats, as we've talked about, have not always taken advantage of their opportunities. There have been some great goal line clearances, some great rally defense by the Jaguars, but the Wildcats need to continue to do what they're doing, but they need to get shots on the net. They've got to get shots on the net, test the keeper, make that keeper beat you by making saves and crash for rebounds. If they do that, they're going to be fine. The Wildcats, I'll tell you right now, Skip, a prediction. The Wildcats will not finish this game with only one goal. It's not going to happen.
I hope you're right. That's what we want to see. We're going to be back for half number 2 in about 9.5, 10 minutes. It's a big game. It's the section quarterfinals. Bloomington Jefferson leads at halftime 2-1. We'll be back for the second half. You are watching Wildcats Soccer on Eagan TV. Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium here in Eagan, Minnesota, the site of the Section 3 AAA section game here between the visiting Jaguars from Bloomington Jefferson and your Eagan Wildcats. My name is Skip Newton right here on Eagan TV along with Nathan Cron. Nathan, 2 goals in 5 minutes by Bloomington Jefferson, comes back to take a 2-1 lead.
Yeah, the Jaguars demonstrating a lot of heart, a lot of character, pushing these Wildcats. Like I said, though, I cannot see the Wildcats ending this game with only 1 goal on the scoreboard. So can they tighten that defense up, and can they get the offense actually, finishing in the penalty area, as they've had several chances tonight?
Well, you made a prediction before the halftime break that the Wildcats would not end this game with just 1 goal. That first goal, of course, came from Eric Knoll off a corner kick from Davis Hackenmuller. Did go off of Asher Brunette for the assist. I'm going to make a prediction that the next goal scored wins the game. Whoever that team is, that is my call. We have mostly the starters in, but there are a few exceptions here for the Wildcats. Into the game, number 18, Peyton Jensen, sliding into the right back defender position. Sondag trying to find Oliet. And then Sion Tapa, who just made that pass to Johnson, turned away from no pressure. I think he thought it was there. This is Eric Knoll. Tapa goes up to midfield. Prouty comes back to Tapa. Oliet played it forward, but is deflected by Bloomington Jefferson. Tapa trying to get a corner kick. Crossed, another block there. Tapa with a quick restart. Here's Peyton Jensen. He's going to cross or shoot. That's good for a field goal.
Goal kick for the Jaguars.
The rest of that back line, Asher Brunette, Eddie Moore in the middle, as they have been all game. Alex Newton still on the far side.
So curious, Skip Newton, it almost looks like there might be, is it a formation change to have, is Tapa playing a wing back next to Jensen, or is he playing a midfield position?
It does almost look like they've changed to a 4-4-2 instead of the 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1. Knoll spinning his defender, earns a throw-in as it goes into touch. The far side, Newton comes up to throw this one in. He's got Sondag off his chest. Nice control. Speed move. Goal line. Keeps it in. No, he doesn't.
That's just unlucky. Sondag had a great effort there.
Can be a game of inches. Unfortunately, that one lost by the Wildcats. 37 and change to play here. Once again, this is the section quarterfinals of the Minnesota State High School League playoffs. The winner advances to Thursday's section semifinal. The loser is done. Eagan coming in as the 2 seed. The 7 seed, Bloomington Jefferson, not really caring about seeding as they take a 2-1 lead. Deep throw off the long ball by Newton. See if the Wildcats can keep the pressure on and keep the ball down in this end. Nice flick, 2 by Bloomington Jefferson, but this clear goes all the way to Tapa. He's got Brunette. Moore. Knoll, or Newton, excuse me. Now Knoll. Left foot, it's long. Looked like that hit the football upright, as is always the case. It happens once every game.
It's a tradition here at Wildcat Stadium that each team, or one of the teams, agrees apparently before the game to, we'll hit the uprights, the football uprights in this game. Wildcats apparently lost that part of the coin toss. But it looks like they've definitely dropped, it looks like the Wildcats have dropped an extra defender in to help clean up that back line.
Well, with Jensen coming in the game, that adds some speed to the back line. They move Tapa up to midfield, which he is well versed in playing. Newton wins that ball midfield, but it goes too far for Oliet. Over the head of Jensen. Brunette takes care of that one.
Defense want to be careful They don't want to concede a third goal. Can't concede a third goal. At the same time, need to take care of that ball and need to create jumpstart some offense.
Tapa lost his footing. Here's Brunette. Into touch. Three-man game here for Bloomington Jefferson. Lindman, number 5, had it. This is Church. Brunette wins that one. Up to midfield, it's wide open. Knoll gives it a boot. Oliet's there, tries to bring that down under pressure. Nice job winning this one. It's Eric Knoll, the goal scorer. Looking for Sondag. He's got speed, goes around wide, brings it back. Still under pressure. This one's kicked into touch. It'll be a deep throw in here for Eagan.
Clock is stopped.
We have a missing shin pad, so a little bit of an equipment issue. Newton will hustle down to take this throw. Johnson flicks that one to the center. Here's Oliet. Can he get a shot? He can't. Slide tackle foul called as Sondag was taken out just outside the box. Not a great angle for a shot, but a better angle than a corner kick. So it'll be interesting to see where the Wildcats put this. You got to be careful not to put too much on it.
You need to have some big, tall bodies at the back post, as this balls from this angle seem to always find the back post.
All Bloomington Jefferson players are now inside the box. They have no one out front. So Eddie Moore is all the way up into the attacking third. Oh, and he puts it too high. Knoll not pleased with himself there whatsoever.
Yeah, reason to be disappointed for Eric Knoll. Just unfortunate that he did not put on that ball what he wanted. Too much pace, too much height, back on the ball too much. Just needed to put it into position to let some of his big bodies get a hold of it.
Yeah, the key here is you get it in front of the net and just look for something to happen, but you have to make that possible. Newton skies above 2 Jefferson players to knock that one into touch.
Yeah, you're right, Skip. It's you gotta give your guys a chance. You gotta give them a chance.
I mean, we worked in a hockey analogy earlier, and I'll keep it here. You throw it in front of the net, and good things can happen. I mean, you get a deflection, maybe you get a foul or a handball or something, anything to generate a good scoring chance. Long shot, high and wide. Some nice moves there by Nyagaka, number 6.
First 8 minutes, almost 8 minutes of this half, not a lot of offensive pressure from either team necessarily.
Just the longer this goes, the more the clock becomes the ally of the Jaguars. This one's flicked farther. Nice pass out by Sondag. Knoll's got, he's going to go back to Johnson. Prouty. He's in a position where he could take a shot if he can get free. Tried to feed it through to Knoll, but Knoll wasn't making that run. Miscommunication there. They both looked at each other with palms to the sky.
It reaches a point in the season, Skip Newton, where you can't have things like that happen. You cannot. Every time your team touches the ball, it's an opportunity to score. And there are only so many chances. There are only so many opportunities that you're going to have, and that was a great opportunity that just went begging.
Newton jumps up and wins that one, unfortunately into touch, right to the Jaguar bench.
Newton's doing a great job with his head breaking up that, but that ball's finding its way into touch off of his head a lot.
That one also played by Newton, but not into touch. Long cross here by Nyagaka. Finds a teammate, Anya. We're going to have a foul on the far side. .31 minutes to play. Still 2-1. So the longer this goes, the more defensive nature and defensive-minded the Jaguars will become. Just protect that lead at all costs.
Well, Jaguars have to be careful here not to be complacent.
Johnson Newton again. Prouty knocks that one forward. Johnson gets a left foot on it. Newton comes out to defend. It's Nyagaka. Goes to the middle. Gets sandwiched by a few defenders. Finally poked away by Knoll, but straight back to Sanchez. Newton hustles over. He'll throw that into Johnson. Kind of a bad hop up over his head. Eddie Moore. Little pinball action. Bloomington Jefferson has it. Eagan trying to get possession, but they need to win the ball cleanly and then complete some passes.
Yeah, Wildcats far too chaotic in that sequence. Far too many quick little flicks or things that just weren't adding up. And again, Jefferson now with an opportunity from about 35 yards out to put a shot or put a ball into the box, test this Wildcat defense.
Goddard's. This is a dangerous one, but Woodley's right there with a nice catch. He's going to see if he can hurry up. Rolls it out to Tapa. He's going to go long and cross. Didn't get nearly enough on it. This was flicked forward. Oliet's onside. Oliet and Sondag. Sondag double, even triple teamed. Tapa plays it forward. Oliet's offside.
Yeah, except I don't think he was, if I'm honest. I don't know. I'd love to go back and watch the replay there, but I think the far defender kept him on. Assistant referee, of course, has a better view than I do, and I'm sure he's probably right, but golly, from my position, it sure looked like he might have been stayed onside. No goal scored either way, but and Oliot, the last couple of sequences, Skip, has been a little tentative. We need him to return to the smash and grab forward that he's been since he came into the lineup and joined the team.
You start to wonder how long will it be before senior Davis Hackenmuller returns. Second on the team in scoring. 5 goals, 5 assists for 10 points. I believe with that goal, Knoll tied him now. They're both tied at 10 points. I can look that up for you in just a second here, folks. Nope, Knoll has 7 goals and 2 assists for 9 points.
Oh, Oliet, what a nice little back flick. Just did not come off. Referee having multiple conversations with what looks like a couple of Jaguar players. I'm not sure, if I'm honest, Skip Newton, I don't know what the Jaguar players would be upset about. The last few sequences, haven't been any really rough handball there against the Jags, but there haven't been any bad, what I would call bad or questionable calls against the Jaguars. I don't know why they'd be chirping.
See if Burnett can put this in a place for the Wildcats to win it. I'd like to see at least Prouty up on that far line, get some height up there. The rest of the group are a bit vertically challenged. There's not a Wildcat even close to that, but somehow Oliet gets it on his foot, goes down to the corner, it gets kicked into touch by Oliet. Wasted opportunity there, perhaps.
Every time you go down into the attacking third and come away without a shot, it's an opportunity you can't get back, and every ball out of bounds, every goal kick is 15 seconds, 20 seconds off the clock. The Wildcats have got to be better conservators, better stewards of the time remaining in this game.
Long goal kick, far side again. Moore comes up to play that one, then loses his footing. Here's a through ball. Jensen would have won that. Woodley says, I've got this. Here's an opportunity, 3-on-3 for Knoll. Can he bring it to the forward? Can he take a shot? Tried to get a better angle. Got tackled by the Jaguars. Again, Knoll frustrated with himself. Eddie Moore's going to play this back to Woodley. Clears it up. Prouty with a nice job shielding that one. Here's Johnson. Gets this one. He's going to go up and over. It's Oliet. One-on-one on the outside. This one, one touch, but it's going to be almost punched out, but dangerous play there. Goalkeeper Prouty's got an opportunity. Not sure why he didn't take that right foot shot when he had it. And now we got a foul on Prouty on the ground.
Yeah, a little bit harsh to Prouty, I think, when he's on the ground like that. What's he supposed to do? But at the same time, like you said, Skip, We've seen Prouty score from there. He needs to shoot from there. He may not feel it, he may not want to, but he's got to put shots. The Jefferson keeper has not demonstrated so far. He has not demonstrated that he's able to catch and stop a hard shot coming right at him. The Wildcats need to force that. They need to force that issue.
Now let's see if the Wildcats start changing their approach. They just got to start firing more shots. Newton wins this one in the head up to Knoll. Turns it around. Bloomington Jefferson, several guys back. Sondag can't win that one, but the throw-in does go quickly to Knoll. He's going to hold it up here for Newton. Sondag, Newton crosses that one in. Prouty's over his head, back to Tapa. Nice job winning that one and then finding Newton. He's got Knoll, he's got Sondag. He's going to make a run since no one's stopping him. Looked like he almost got fouled in the box, but he earns a corner kick.
This play by Newton, that was frankly, that's the kind of leadership that the Wildcats are going to need. They're going to need somebody to step up and try to make a play. Newton was certainly trying to do that.
Here's Sion Tapa, 24.5 minutes to play. Still 2-1. Nice ball in the middle. It's flicked. Knoll keeps it in, puts it on the ground. Right foot shot that's wide and blocked. Eagan trying to get a foot on it. Unfortunately, they cannot win that one, but here's Eddie Moore. Flicks that one outside too strong. This time we'd like to thank those organizations that have been proud supporters of Eagan Soccer, ARC Soccer Training Center, Melanie and John Willie with Edina Realty, Eagan Football Booster Club, Eagan Hockey Association, I Got Skills, Jordan Drilling Solutions, State Farm Agency Nick DeVries, Triple Diamond Sports Breaks, The Urgency Room, and Wave Soccer Club. Thank you once again for your support. We would not be successful without you. Jensen clearing that one off of away from Ethan Ishog, number 3. Prouty comes back. Nice defense there. Uses body well. He goes long. It's over the head. Sondag's onside, and he's got it. 1-on-3. Knoll trying to catch up. He's got Oliet in the middle. Takes a couple of moves. Right foot shot. It's just too high. Sondag with a couple of great moves. Once again, though, the crosses, the shots, they're not forcing number 0, the 10th grade goalkeeper, Logan Molinen, to make a play. Would love to see them force him to touch the ball and see what happens.
Well, if you don't test the keeper, you won't find out how good he is. And so the Wildcats have just got to get shots on, even if they're not the hardest shot, even if it's not the trickiest shot. Just force a save and then look for a spillage, look for a rebound, look for a loose ball. And that last corner was absolutely what the doctor ordered.
Brunette, long ball. It's beautifully played. It's in there. Flicked away the defense. Here's Knoll. He gets shoved down from behind. I can't believe that wasn't called. That is unbelievable. The Eagan faithful are going crazy, and now we're going to get
a yellow card for dissent. And I think it's going to be the keeper, Woodley.
He had to yell pretty hard to get a yellow from way back there.
And of course, Woodley's got to step off the field, which is not overly helpful. But I'm like you, Skip Newton. It looked to my eyes like it was a very clear contact. Now, referee might be saying, look, he's going to ground. He looks to go to ground there. I respect that. The referee says he's looking to go to ground, and so it doesn't take much contact. But if it's contact in the back and he goes down, the defender can't cry about that, right? You can't push somebody in the back and then cry because he wanted to get a penalty or he was trying to draw a penalty. That's silly. Again, we don't have replay capabilities. I'd love to see the replay, but I agree with you. To me, that sure looked like a foul.
And it looked like it was an opportunity for him to get the ball and potentially shoot. I mean, that's a game-changing non-call there. I'm a little surprised that Woodley's not immediately standing at the center table to go back in as soon as this ball's put back in play.
Yeah, he should. Honestly, he should be. I'm shocked as well. But
I mean, there's no reason to keep him out.
Maybe the coaching staff just want him to cool off for 5 minutes or for a couple of minutes. But that being said,
now what? Did he go too far forward?
Yeah, too far forward. But then the Jefferson player takes another 3 seconds off the clock playing with the ball. So, okay, if we're going to start handing out yellow cards, let's get it right.
Nice pass across to Tapa. Another block shot. Jensen's going to win this one. Goes out to Tapa, but that one's not connecting. Fortunately, Bloomington Jefferson gives possession to the Wildcats. Jensen's got a pretty big throw, and he will take this. Let's see if he chooses to go into the box. He does. Headed up towards the middle. Johnson has it knocked away from him. Newton goes up and wins that one. There's a collision. Sondig doesn't know where the ball is. Knoll quickly pressured. Ball played away, and they're going to call a foul.
Wildcats need to set this up, Skip Newton. This is a golden opportunity. They can go straight to goal on this.
They're going to ask for space. We're coming down to the final 20 minutes, 30 seconds. Still plenty of time. It's just a one-goal game. I'm not sure what the Wildcats are doing here. Maybe a weird play. What do we have?
A handball. Interesting. A handball against Jefferson in blocking that shot. I think the Wildcats may have gotten bailed out there, but that was a yellow card caution. So against Lara Sanchez, so he'll leave the pitch. And now the Wildcats will get a little bit closer to goal, and now they'll try again.
I've never seen that kind of a free kick, by the way. Woodley ready to check back in, hopefully after the goal is scored here by the Wildcats. Intensity is picking up on and off the field. It's got to be put in play. It is high again. The Wildcats just cannot keep the ball in play, and it begs the question. These free kicks are continuously being missed. Davis Hackenmuller remains on the bench.
Well, there's every one of these Wildcat forwards and mids should be able to make that kick. I talked about it earlier in the game. The difference between a 2 seed and a 7 seed is just how consistently you can be excellent, how consistently you can play. Can you not make mistakes? And we have an offside call here, and that's the right time to raise the flag when it looks like the player might win that race to prevent a collision. But right now the Wildcats are not. The Wildcats are fine, but they've got to start. They've got to start taking advantage of the opportunities.
Woodley is back in the game. Flicked on by Bloomington Jefferson, up in the air again and again, and cleared. Brunette settles. Nice move to evade a defender. Nice poke out to Johnson. He's going to bring it back to Newton, who's going to go on the far side. Nice pass. Sondag, he's got speed. He's going to earn the corner kick. So another free kick. This one's going to be Tapa.
Corner kick upcoming for the Wildcats. This will be their 6th of the game.
At this point, I would say you put almost everybody down there. The only guy back is Eddie Moore standing at the football 30-yard line. Got to be 100% honest, I'd have him about 10 yards farther up if I were them. Newton standing outside the 18. Everybody else in the box. All of Bloomington Jefferson in the box. Tapa, good corner. Punched out by goalkeeper Mullinan. It's going to be cleared out. There's more. He's going to put it right back in. He's going to come across. Didn't get enough on it. Brunette over the top, no call. Oliet. Did he keep it in? Knoll did. Tough play there. That should have been a Wildcat throw, I thought, but maybe not.
Yeah, it looked to my eyes like it should have been a blue throw as well, but again, some of those are bang-bang plays.
Awkward slide, but successful. The ball just a little too far off of Newton's foot. That or we've seen the impossible, and Jake Sondag's actually tired. I don't think that's really the reason. Speaking of Sondag, can't quite win that one. Here's Prouty. Oh, a nice anticipation there by Knoll, but he just gets too much of a touch. This one's going to play all the way through. Woodley up. Eagan trying to get possession back. They do a hard pass. Oh, I can't handle it. That was a rocket. Jensen steps up. Long ball by Burnett. Unfortunately, Knoll couldn't control that one. Oh, a nice step away there, but Johnson can't get it by the second guy. Here's Prouty defending, trying to win it back. Got to be careful. Forces the errant pass, top of the quick rethrow. Oliet, double teamed. Speed move to the corner. Kicks it off the defender, but not out. Left foot clear. Hatab around a couple of players. Plays it forward. It's a foot race now. And guess who wins that one? Jensen. Oh, it's knocked off. No one knows where it is. Great hustle defense by Newton getting back. He might have gotten a piece of that one. Crisis averted there. Wildcats recover. One's flicked forward. Oh, and here's a foot race. It's Knoll. Excuse me, Sondag. He's got it. Not a great angle. Brings it back off the goalkeeper. Gets taken out. It's going to be a corner kick.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. Sondag upset. I mean, would have liked a penalty there, but he saw what he saw, and he went for it as Hackenmuller checks back in, and I think he'll take this corner. But Sondag with an absolutely lung-busting, brilliant run to create an opportunity for the Wildcats and earns the corner. Big corner here for the Wildcats.
Some great recovery defense, by the way, on that ball that got into the box. Newton came flying over from his position, just enough to disrupt the shot. Long ball, headed out. Newton trying to control it, trying to get a shot. Fires it on, and it's wide. Was it deflected? No. Unfortunately, not a good shot to goal there. Oh, it's offside, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Did it touch? I don't understand that one. Did it touch someone? I don't know. It must have touched someone on the way through because clearly Newton wasn't offside. And the Wildcats outnumber the Jaguars in the midfield right now. They should be winning all the loose balls.
Hayagaka with a nice little flick there. One-on-one defense. Newton relentlessly pursuing. Woodley comes out. Down to the final 15 minutes.
Wildcats have it all to play for. They just need to dial up a little bit of magic.
Prouty turns, fouled. Look for the quick restart. Executed to Knoll.
I thought the Jaguars took that kick.
Yeah, that was really weird.
That was
He was right there. Back to Newton. Goes to the middle. He's got Tapa if he can get there. He does. Tapa punches it through. Here's an opportunity. A shot. Corner.
Fourth corner of the half, eighth of the game. The Wildcats are sniffing goal. Is there blood in the water? Will we see something dialed up here for these Wildcats?
This time, Moore moves up. Newton a lone person back. This one's punched out. It's a foot race. Sondag trying to keep it down there. He does with a nice pass. Here's Hackenmuller. Left foot. Oh, it's a good shot. Just off the top of the crossbar and then off the football crossbar.
I've got to say, that was a sneaky little shot with the left foot. Davis is a right-footed player, but that was a sneaky little left footer that almost found the top corner. I like it.
13 to go. 2-1, Bloomington Jefferson. This one's deflected off of Newton.
Wildcats have got to start fronting a few of these players. They have outnumbered the Jefferson Jaguars on these goal kicks, and they've got to start fronting them. They're backing them because they have to play defense, but those midfielders forwards have got to find a way to get in front of them so that this kind of thing can't happen.
Tapa actually got too much of that header. Good pressure by Sondag. Let's see if Wildcats can force a turnover and get this back. Brunette, great position. Here's a through ball, but Moore's there. He turns smartly. Tapa, blind pass in the middle. That's intercepted. This one's played forward. Great defense there by Brunette, shielding off the attacker, allowing Woodley to pick this one up. We're down to 12-12. Here's Knoll. Hackenmuller. That shot is blocked. This corner kick coming soon. Hackenmuller in a hurry. He's got to let his teammates get in position here. Puts it in there. Oh, there's a big header, and it's just over the net. That was Johnson. Eagan Soccer likes to thank Ansari's Mediterranean Grill and Lounge, Birchwood Dental, Coldwell Banker, Rami Quarmont, Devani's, Divine Salon, Dunn Brothers, Eagan Arms Public House, Eagan Family Dentistry, Escape With Us Vacations, Homestead Auto and Tire, Mark's Towing, Raising Cane's, Teresa's Mexican Restaurant, Wildcats Bar and Grill, Zerbal Orthodontics, and ZZQ Smokehouse. Thank you once again for your support. We appreciate you and are very thankful for your support all season long. Prouty, Hackenmuller, double teamed. He's taken out in the box. Again, no call.
That was a pretty clear trip. I'm sorry, but that was a trip. Now, again, is Hackenmuller looking to go to ground? Sure he is. He's in the penalty area. But a trip's a trip. There's clear contact on Hackenmuller, and he goes down.
My take of the referee at this point is unless one of the Bloomington Jefferson players literally grabs the soccer ball and starts running with it like a football, he's not calling it in the box.
Well, look, and again, I understand the referee doesn't want to, quote, change the game or alter the game. But you know what? You change the game or alter the game by not making the call.
Exactly.
Well. And that's the second time that there's been contact in the penalty area on a Wildcat forward. And, again, I get he's going to ground. I get he wants to go to ground. But you know what? There was contact, okay? So the defender can't cry about it. That's brilliant. Unlucky, but brilliant.
Nice job of Johnson just standing strong and earning the free kick. Oh, excuse me. Quick rethrow here. We're down to 10 minutes. Knoll gets it poked away. Unfortunately, it went off of Eric. Moore. There's a foot race. Moore tracking it down. Nice defense. Nice job also by the Jefferson forward there, maintaining possession. We're going to have a throw, but now we've got a stoppage. I'm not sure what this is all about.
Yeah, an injury to Hatab. Hatab took a clearance or a throw-in off what I will describe for gentlemen as the upper inner thigh area. And the referee wanted to stop the play to see if he was going to be okay. He almost went down in a heap.
Tapa able to field that switch of the field. Hackenmuller, well defended. Very patient defense there by Anya. Prouty, he had an opportunity to cross, goes back to Davis Hackenmuller. He crosses. That one's blocked, and it goes right to the defense. Can Jensen win this one? He gets it, but just away from him. He's going to go back and field it. Brunette. Oh, a nice pass to Prouty. Eddie Moore. That long left foot of Moore. Too long.
Wildcats have to be very intentional if they've got a play or they've got a plan. It's get it to Davis and Eric and crash the net, or give it to Jake and let him, Sondag, and let him distribute, or whatever. I mean, if they've got a plan, they need to dial up that plan now. Now it is crunch time. There is no more tomorrow.
This one's played long, Moore getting harassed from behind. He handles it easily. Woodley gets that up to midfield. Nyagaka's there battling with Knoll. Knoll wins it, but
handball violation.
Fortunately, a handball. More time ticking away here. We are in the 73rd minute. Of course he needs to tie his shoe.
Center referee stops the clock.
I will say, as hard as I've been on the center referee, I think that was smart for him to stop the clock, let him tie his shoe, and not burn another 10 seconds off while he's tying his shoes. I mean, I think that's helpful. I mean, that's good game management.
Long ball here. No one had to do anything because Woodley was there. Eagan needs to control this and work it down the field. This is Knoll. He's going to play it long. Hackenmuller's there. He just couldn't get a touch. Molinen is able to pick that one up. A little touch by him, and that was the game-tying goal that we were looking for.
Oh, that was brilliant by Knoll and great by Hackenmuller. That was a good that's the kind of opportunity that the Wildcats have got to have here in the last handful of minutes.
7 to go. Brunette going back to play this very high ball. It's won by Bloomington Jefferson. Of course, they'll take their time. They have no reason not to. Nice play there by Jensen. Brilliant. He's got Hackenmuller trying to find Sondag. Did not put that where he wanted it. This will be a throw in very deep to Hackenmuller. Tries to flick it past the defense. Possession remains in the Wildcats' favor. The time does not. The scoreboard does not.
Will it be a comedy or a tragedy, Skip Newton? That's what we're going to find out about the Wildcats in the next 6 minutes.
I'd like to see the Eagan Wildcats pressuring more guys into that box area. There's not that many Wildcats in there. Johnson can't win that one. Eddie Moore brings it down. He could fire it right back in if he wants. He goes short to Newton. He's going to cross it. Prouty heads it forward. Sondag drops it. Tapa, long shot, high again. They've been high and off all night long.
So watch on this goal kick as it's taken by the Jaguars. And it will be good 15 seconds more will run off before they put the ball in play. But Jaguars have three defenders back. Actually, the Wildcats have now pushed up an extra player as well, so less numbers in the midfield.
Wildcats unable to keep that one in. Newton heads that one forward. Here comes Newton again, looking for Sondag. Played out by the Jaguars defense, quick rethrow. Sondag loses it. Off of Johnson's back. Moore tried to head it up to a teammate, couldn't quite get that connected. Prouty battling two players. Jefferson's going to play it long after the pass back. Woodley's going to have to play this one as it's outside the box. Flicked on by Johnson. Prouty. Outside to Johnson. Plays it long. Sondag brings it down with his chest. Back to Tapa. Tapa loses control. Goes left. Finds Knoll. Trying to get a shot off. He can't. Prouty trying to keep it down there. He can't. Jensen stabs at it.
Wildcats cannot afford to take multiple touches down deep. They've got to do something. They've got to throw this on net.
Hackenmuller down, and he's hurt.
Clock The stopped. Injury on the field.
It's quite a collision there. I'm a little bit surprised the assistant referee on this side didn't signal for a foul. It kind of looked, yeah, they did signal for a foul.
Or is this a restart? It's an injury restart.
So the referee says you can be 2 yards away.
As soon as he drops the ball, the play is live. There we go. Crosses it in, but that's headed out easily. Moore skips past him. He's got Johnson on the far touch. Back to Moore. Right foot in. Sondag can't get there because it was right to a defender. He's going to throw this one in very quickly. Newton makes a run. Cross is blocked. We'll have another deep throw here for the Wildcats. We're down to 3:20. The Jaguars taking no chances. They will just kick this one out all day long. Flicked forward. Let's see if the Wildcats can do something here. Crossed in by Alex. Jensen shields it off. Hackenmuller to the corner. Deflected into touch, but this is a throw, not a corner. Wise to let Jensen take this. Flick deep. Here's Newton trying to bring it down and shoot. He does. It's flicked off. Unfortunately, couldn't get anything on it. It was underneath him. It got deflected and right to Mullen, and couldn't even get the corner out of that.
And that's the kind of play you're going to need. We're going to need defenders, center backs, outside backs, everybody coming forward as quickly as possible. As you see, Jefferson not even attempting to try to possess the ball. They're just sending it down into the Wildcat end.
Hackenmuller pulls that one back. Left foot, it's far. Sondag had creeped into the middle, but he still gets there in time. Well done, Jake Sondag, winning the corner kick. I imagine everyone's going to go up as far as possible here. Of course, Hackenmuller's going to take this. 2 minutes to play, potentially in the Wildcat season.
Somebody's got to stay out high. Someone's got to stay near the penalty area.
Plays it in. It was short. Newton trying to get this one in. Plays it. Head. Hackenmuller looking to get a cross off. He couldn't. 1:43. Johnson. This is Tapa. Another throw in. Jensen all the way up into the box on the far side here. Defenders making runs. Woodley at midfield. Can this one spin into touch for a corner? Yes, it can. 80 seconds. Woodley is now on the Bloomington Jefferson half of the field. This one's played in. Shot goes off. The shot. Oh, it's blocked by the defense. A great play. Another shot. Another shot, and it's gone. It's high. Oh, that was a golden opportunity, and somehow it went high enough to clear over the high school. Oh, the Wildcats had every chance in the world to tie the game there in the final minute. I can't believe they did not get that game-tying goal.
Incredible effort that time by the Jaguar defense, standing firm. I'd have to go back and look at the replay, but it looked like at least four blocked shots, maybe 5.
Newton heads it up in the air. Wildcats just need to get the ball down there and get something in front of the goal. Nice pass over the top of 42 seconds. Oh, a nice pass back to Noel. Fakes one way, goes back the other.
It's got to come in
fast.
fast.
This is Johnson brings it across. Oh, too far. Hackenmuller spins to the outside. He's double teamed. Gets the throw, and it's got to go fast, boys. Nice cross, headed up in the air and out of the box. Unfortunately, that is going to be it for the Wildcats. A disappointing end of the season here for Eagan, as they found a way to control the majority of the game. They found a way to get an incredible number of shots, and yet the only statistic that matters, 2 goals for Bloomington Jefferson. one for Eagan, and a disappointing end to the season for the Eagan Wildcats.
It is the last game, but it's not the last game these athletes will compete. We all know about the rain-soaked practices, early morning practices, road trips for club and high school, new equipment, lost soccer balls, forgotten water bottles, smelly backpacks, the stress of tryouts, the thrill of victory, the agony of defeat. And despite the result of the last game, no matter how or when it happens, we look back on years of training, practice, and development. And we know that even if they knew that the last game would hurt the way it hurts right now, they'd want to do it all over again in an instant for their child. And we hope that these athletes will take from this all the great lessons that they've learned. Thank you, boys. Thank you for playing hard and giving us everything. Thank you. Good luck and Godspeed to you all.
A special thank you, Evan Woodley, Evan Glenchen, Alex Newton, Tarek Salim, Jace Willie, Davis Hackenmuller, Mike Johnson, Tyler Walcotts, Peyton Jensen, and Eddie Moore. The seniors have played their final game for the Eagan Wildcats. Thank you so much to Eagan TV for broadcasting our season. We appreciate this opportunity. It has been a fun season to do. Of course, as always, Nathan, to be your broadcast partner. We've got another game to do tonight as the girls will come back as the 1 seed to play Burnsville on YouTube TV. Unfortunately, this is the final game for the boys. For Nathan Cron, any final words?
Thank you very much, Skip, for having me along on this journey. Our award-winning ETV crew, Nick Budd, Kiana Zastapil, and Tim Shinyan, thanks for making us look and sound so great. And a really challenging way to end a season, a challenging way to end for some of those seniors a high school career. And so, as I said, I hope that all the lessons, as much as it hurts now, I hope all the lessons are still intact, and I hope the boys know that second place in the South Suburban is a great accomplishment. They had a good season. They should be proud of that.
Once again, the final score here from Wildcat Stadium, Bloomington Jefferson 2, the Wildcats 1. Bloomington Jefferson advances to the section semifinals on Thursday. For Nathan Cron, for Eagan TV, my name is Skip Newton. Thank you so much for listening. You've been watching Wildcat Soccer on Eagan TV.